Hi, so welcome to Astrology for You. And so here we have Dr. KV and Prasad. And so I'll be asking few questions, and here Dr. KV and Prasad will be answering those. So I have few questions for you. So welcome, KV Prasad sir. How are you?
Good, doing good. How are you, Prasad? Incidentally, you are also Prasad.
Yeah, yes. So yeah, hope you guys are doing good in the COVID situation. And I have a few questions that why should we use
Sorry, can you repeat the question? There was some internet lagging.
okay, yeah. So I have a few questions,
Yeah.
and so hope you don't mind. And so what is the reason, the people is going for doing the horoscope matching?
Okay. Okay, very good question, Prasad. So basically, what happens is in the horoscope matching, normally especially in the Indian culture, we do the horoscope matching to see the compatibility between the two persons, right? A male and a female. How can we find out they are good? The mental compatibility, emotional compatibility. There are so many factors in it. So basically, in South, they see 10 points, and in North, they see 8 points. But in North India, they do a weighted average once. Okay, it is not all points are equal. But in South, especially in Tamil Nadu, all points are given as 1 point. So that's why in Tamil they call Pattu Poruttam, that is 10 factors. So these factors are considered. So basically, how their personality, your physical relationship, your mental compatibility in society, how they will going to be, the social relationship, and also another important thing is, I mean, this is little bit related. Let me just, I want to explain as well. Uh, all our body based on Ayurveda, right? So based on Ayurveda, our body is vata, pitta, no, those type of categories are there, right? So that also we can find out using the horoscope. And then, so with indirectly, we are trying to understand about the opposite person, how what type of a person the other person is, and then we are trying to see whether they both can live together for long. Our main goal is they want to understand and see how far these two people can live longer. And then that is including childbirth, whether they will have children, whether the children will be born in a good, healthy situation, and things like that. So everything people we can find out using this horoscope indirectly, just by casting the horoscope, and then find out how their life is going to be, and how it is going to be, including the longevity and all those factors.
Oh,
So this is what we use to find out and do the matching. If it matches, like, basically getting 100% is impossible. So above 70, 60, 70%, people say yes, yeah, this is a good match, we can move on.
yeah, I remember, whenever someone is getting married, they say, ஜாதகம் பொருந்துதா. So
Yeah,
that's the one thing in Tamil they ask.
correct.
And then 10 பொருத்தத்துல 7 or 8 பொருத்தம் இருக்கு. 8 பொருத்தம்னாவே கண்ணை ஓபன் பண்ணி சொல்லுவாங்க.
Yes, yes,
So I
yes.
remember.
Right,
Okay.
right, 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 right.
And then another question, based on your explanation. So what if the horoscope matching says like 3 or only 4 or less than that, and
Mhm.
still if the marriage happens, then what are the causes? So what to
So
expect?
basically, the causes, what will happen is, if it is less than 6 or 7, right, there will
Mhm.
be incompatibilities between these two people, right? There
Oh,
will be always a fight, quarreling will be there inside the house between the husband and wife. All right, that is what it is. It could be emotional, it could be physical, it could be anything. So that is what will happen. That is what will be there. If it is like 3 or 4, no astrologer will recommend at all. But yeah, to your question, yes, there will be a lot of issues, and then that will lead to divorce, not just this is not enough. We have to look at the whole horoscope. We have to check
Got it.
all the
Yeah.
planets, dasha systems, dasha periods, and all. That only will decide whether a person will get divorced or not. But if there's somebody has less than five, there will be a lot of misunderstanding between the husband and wife. Both will be in a different directions.
Okay, so good. And then so this horoscope matching should always do we need to do in arranged marriage, or something is possible in a love marriage. Say like if someone are in love, and then when they talk to their parents and they say like, okay, we accept your love, but provided your horoscope matches. So in that case, like we have seen scenario that in the love marriage they do horoscope matching, or how it works.
Yeah, so it's a very good question. This is very awesome question. So the thing is, in love marriage, for the first, let me give the short answer. Short answer is don't do the horoscope matching, okay, at all. Because why is a couple few reasons. First of all, in arranged marriage, what are we trying to see? We are trying to
Perfect.
understand the compatibility, right? The emotional compatibility, understand, basically understanding each other. So in love marriage, that factor is already met. We are assuming that they have understood each other. That is the reason they have come to a state for getting married. All right. So that part is done. All right. And the second one, uh, what if, like you asked, thing, what if the matching says it is less? Or there is another concept, there is a lot of people get scared, is this Mangal Dosh, Chevvai Dosham, all that that comes into picture, and then there is a lot of anxiety, or a misunderstanding, and all that it has. So something happens, and then they say, okay, this is not matching, and then we don't want. So what are we going to do? Are we going to cancel the marriage just because somebody said horoscope didn't match, right? But on other hand, both the boy and the girl, they are okay with it. They have understood each other person. They know how to adjust and how to give and take, to move forward, right? So what happens is, the problem comes is the parents. So parents may not know how much the children have understood each other. All right, they think, oh, this is going to break their marriage and things like that. And so there it is. You are putting everybody in a very, very embarrassing and very sensitive issue. Oh, right. So if you think from the boy and girl's point of view, oh, they are in a, like, they cannot say no to their parent, they cannot say no to the other partner, and parents also are in a very difficult spot to say yes or no to it, because that whole thing will be running in their back of the mind, right? So in love marriage, please don't see horoscope matching at all. That will help everybody. I have seen many people have come to me for horoscope matching, and then I say, if it is love marriage, don't even come to me. Forget about my consultation fees and all. I'm not interested in it, because our goal is, we want everybody to be happy, right? So this will unnecessarily create confusions, nothing else. uh, so don't see a horoscope matching at all for love marriages. One small request and big request to all the parents is, when your children come to you for a love marriage, even though you believe in astrology, or other party, other your, the your other in-law person, whether they believe it or not, please advise them not to check horoscope matching at all. Even if you believe, it's okay, don't worry about it, postpone it. You can check if you want after the marriages has happened. You can go and check how it is, then we can see, we can give some remedies or whatever. But don't see the horoscope at all just for deciding the marriage. If you are 100% okay with that, your child's the love, please give concurrence and then move forward. If you have some other reason, don't do it. I mean, all this message is for the parents. So please keep this in mind. Don't go to any astrologer for horoscope matching in case of love marriage. That's my suggestion.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. So in that case, like please listen. Like if you are in love, please don't go to Doctor KV and Prasad, sir. Yeah. And
Not
sir, while
not just me, in not just me, to any
to any
astrologer, you know.
to any astrologer, yeah.
Yeah.
So okay. And while you're explaining, like, you mentioned something like about like, the reason why the love marriages, we cannot do horoscope matching. There may be, you mentioned like, Kuja dosha or Chava dosha. So
Right.
can you explain more about like, why? Because I remember like in movies and also in the people say like, அவனுக்கே இன்னும் கல்யாணம் ஆகல அவனுக்கு செவ்வாய் தோஷம் like that they say. So can you explain that, sir, more? What is Chava dosha or
Yeah,
Mangal
yeah,
dosha?
yeah. Sure. Very good. Actually, incidentally, I made a very detailed video on this Chavadosha Mangalik as a
Mhm.
separate video, but I'm more than happy to again summarize. So what happens is Chava means Mars, right? Mangal. Mangal is
Yes.
Mars.
Mhm.
So there are 9 planets in our horoscope, right? So we are considering the position of Mars, where this position of Mars is. So Mars is very, very critical for the spouse. As per our astrology shastra, that is what it is written. So what happens is, if the Mars is in first house from your ascendant, from the lagna, if the first lagna is first house, so first house, second, 4, 7, 8, and 12. If Mars is placed here, so again here itself there is small one discrepancy. In South India, we don't consider the first house. They consider only second house. 2, 4, 7, 8, 12. In North India, they consider 1, 4, 7, 8, 12.
Mm.
Okay. So there is that 1 and 2, it is not that. Suppose if you take, there are totally 12 houses, right? So either of them, if you take 5 out of 12, I mean, I consider both 1 and 2 as itself. So that means 50% of the people will be having Kuja dosha.
Wow.
Okay, so it is a completely over exaggerated concept. So 50%, close to 50% of the people will be having, if we are just going by this placements. But there are a lot of exceptions to it. If the Mars is sitting on its own house, there is no Kuja dosha. If it is aspected by a benefic planets like Jupiter, then there is no Kuja dosha like that. So basically what happens is, in Mars is blood, right? Mars is kind of aggressive planet. So those people will be aggressive. When the Mars is situated in these houses, they will be having more aggressive. They'll in those bhavas, those aspects will affect. One is the self, 2 is the family, 4 is, we call it as a sukha sthana, right? You have to enjoy the sukha, that one. 7 is your spouse, 8 is the spouse's longevity, I mean the longevity of the self, right? And then also 8 also involves the spouse's longevity as well. And then 12th house, that is your bed comfort and all that. So all this will affect based on this Mars position. That is one school of thought. Another school of thought is, if the Mars is placed in 2 signs, that is Gemini, that is Mithuna Rasi, and Kanya Rasi, Virgo Rasi, then only you will have the Kuja effect, the Kuja Dosham. Okay. So again, if you look at it, 2 houses in 12 signs, right? 2 by 12 is like 50%. Right? 1 by 6 is 16%. And then again, now what happens is, you have to check the position. I said 1, 2, 4, 7. Again, if you take by half, it's only 8%. So this actually closely relates to the blood group. Actually, Mars is also blood. Mars represents the red blood count in our blood. All right. So the RH factor also determines Mars. So we know a lot of people have, some people have a negative blood group, right? So the negative blood group, to identify if a person has a negative blood group, we can take this Mars position and then understand that. Okay. So In that video, I made a very detailed analysis. I took the data from American Red Cross for US and
Okay.
downloaded from blood group wise for which race how many people are having. Okay. In that, I just took the total. In US, there are 8.33 or 8.6% of people have negative blood group in US. If you do this, I said like 2 by 12 into 1 by 6, then again that also will come to 8.33%. That's what it is. So the Mars is basically helps to ascertain the negative blood group. Why the negative blood group is a problem? If one spouse has a negative blood group and other spouse has a positive blood group, during the pregnancy, the child either will be dead, or I mean, in fetus will die during the pregnancy period itself, or the child will have some kind of issues, the birth-related defects will be there. So to avoid that, in those days there were no vaccines. Now there are vaccines. You can apply, you can take those vaccines during the pregnancy period, so that that effect is taken care of. All right. So this is what this basically, to find out the other person's aggressiveness, other person's blood group, and to have happy more children with healthy children. To do all these things, these rules are set up, and these rules need to be applied properly, not blindly. It is, everybody will have. Is it wrong? Is it not good if somebody is born with a negative blood group? No, right? That person also will be living happily. Also, that person also will have everything.
Yeah.
So this is the misconception and over exaggerated concept. Okay.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Hope I
By the way,
clarified this question.
my blood is. Thank you, sir. It was very nice clarification.
Yeah.
And yeah, so now I like why there is why I say it's a Mangal Dosha. Yeah. Why my blood group is O negative.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah.
So then we didn't. Very interesting. I didn't know that. Okay, that's very interesting. We can check your horoscope and see the placement of Mars, and then find out what's happening over there. Okay.
Yep.
Okay, viewers. Thank you very much for listening. If you have any astrology or palmist related consultations, please visit my website or call me at 408-909-5867. Hope it was very insightful for people. And then let's see, let's catch up with much more interesting and common man's point of view, doubts and questions. Thank you very much. Thank you all.
Thank you.